What is going on, guys? We're back with another van video. So it's been a little bit since the last video. I've been stacking up some parts here and stuff slowly coming in and piling up. I'm still waiting on a couple more things to get the rest of it going. The drawer slides have not come in yet. Those are kind of the big thing that's holding me back on obviously finishing up the actual framing and do the drawers and stuff like that. So I'm still waiting on those, but I do have some other stuff that I wanted to get done, get out of the way on it. For starters, being the AC compressor clutch. Foreshadowing, tried that yesterday. I filmed a little bit. I could put some clips in here of that process, but we ran into a major issue. I'm gonna have to replace the entire AC compressor instead of just the clutch. I'm gonna probably just put that clip right here of what had happened and then pick back up after that clip. All right, so first step's gonna be, got the seat out. This whole cover on these vans can come out. We were gonna try to do it without pulling this cover, but it's gonna make it easier. And this is not too hard to pull off, so I'm gonna get this cover off and then show you how much room there is. All right, so cover's off here, which gives us plenty of room for the pulley, which we are just gonna do the pulley, and it's the actual clutch piece, which, yeah, I mean,
you can definitely see.
She's old. She's definitely old. I'll actually put in the squealing noise video clip of what it sounded like before right here. And then we'll get this out and we'll do the after. Now we're just gonna get the snap ring off on the inside. All right, so we put it all back together for now. So we pulled the pulley off. This is the piece of the compressor that the snap ring clips onto, and it no longer is part of the compressor. So I now need a full compressor. This was supposed to be an easy job, and now it's not. So 450 bucks for a new compressor. I'll pick this part of this back up when I get that compressor. So that AC compressor is on order. I'm waiting on that to come in. The van literally can't even move from here. With the pulley not being fully on there correctly and all that, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it in this spot. I'll do what I gotta do in this spot. Let me show you. It's still all taken apart here anyways while we wait. Luckily, with this panel off, the compressor is pretty accessible, pretty easy swap to do. So I also over the weekend was able to start on a couple little projects for it. So the first one being some custom bug nets for the roof. So I only did the first two. I still have to do the big one in the middle there, but these are basically just Velcro. These are gonna stay up here anyways. I don't really need to remove them, but it's just bug net material, some double-sided stick Velcro on this side, and then I hot glued like a twill tape on the back side, and then put the other side of the Velcro on the actual seal. Like I said, I don't need to remove these. These are just gonna stay up here permanently, but I still have to do the middle one there. And yeah, like I said, I'm still waiting on the drawer slides for these two drawers here, so I can't really continue anything with this. So we've got a plethora of parts that have been coming in. I think I'm still waiting on like 4 things, stuff all for the battery system, but I had just gotten this in yesterday. The charger to run like shore power to plug the van in. I've got the net already cut for the middle, and then a bunch of little miscellaneous stuff like the Velcro. I've got some LED light strip bars. This is going to be part of this video, so I'll put this aside, show you that in a second. That's a big one. I'm super excited about what's in this box. And also got all the fuses, the bus bars, the wiring. I've got some fans to bolt up, and these will all be wired to a separate little fuse box I'm going to be putting in. I've even got little stuff for like the bed, the comforter, pillowcase things, dog lead, stuff that we want to take on the road with us. There's drawer cabinet hardware and stuff, and the shocks for that. So everything's slowly starting to come in. Speaker grills that I'm gonna be putting these speakers on the front face. I've had these laying around, so I'm gonna throw those on. This is the fuse box setup. Actually, I'll pop this open and show you that real quick. So these systems are really cool. They are for, I think a lot of Jeep owners use them for external light bars and stuff like that, but this is basically just its own separate fuse block. This goes to the battery here. Then you've got 6 spots for accessories ranging from 30 amp, 230s, 220s, 210s, and then this will be the controller. I'll mount this inside the car. So what I'm thinking is to have, you know, one for LED lights inside, one for the fans. I'm gonna have one set up for the speakers, and then I'll have some open ones for down the road, and then you can label all the buttons with these accordingly. So, and this is RGB, so you can change the colors of all these. I think that'll be pretty cool. Nice little setup to control all the accessories. For starters, in this video, we're gonna be taking a look and installing this here, which I have not told you about yet, but I'm gonna take you outside and show you this. So what we have in here that I just brought from home, because I just got it yesterday, is a fold-up awning system. This basically is supposed to bolt to the side of a vehicle. Now they have setups for these vans. They're a little bit pricey. Well, I'm sure they're really good parts and, you know, they're worth the money. I just didn't want to spend the $1,200 for a full roof rack right now. And then I found a couple other options that are drip rail pieces that go into, they clamp into this here, which are also, they were like 300 bucks, but then they're in Australia, so it was like $300 shipping. So that, it was like 600 bucks just to get the mounts. So I took the chance, and I couldn't really find any info online, but these are from a Jeep Wrangler from Amazon. They were like $40, and I've been driving around with this for probably a week-ish, and it seems pretty solid. So what this is just a drip rail clamp. So it hooks under the drip rail. This goes, hooks onto the backside here. That's gonna be kind of hard to see, but, and then this bolts together, and this is pretty solid. Like, I'm moving the whole rail. So I'm gonna test this out. I really only need 2 of these on this side, so we'll put one here, and then one will go somewhere down here depending where the actual awning lands, and we're gonna try to bolt that up to this and be more of a budget option for an awning. You know, if I can save the $1,200 instead of getting a full roof rack, awesome. And then I figured worst case scenario, if I do, because it has the bars that go like the, not the bars, but the brackets that go like this, worst case, if I have to end up putting a bar across, it's still gonna be cheaper than the $1,200 roof rack or whatever. I don't know the exact pricing for the roof rack, but it saves me a little bit of money. So we're gonna throw the other bracket on and try to figure out some mounts for this. It did come with a few brackets in here that I'll see what I can do with, and yeah, we're gonna try to get this awning installed. So in the bag we've got, it comes with the rope to tie it down, the stakes, so I don't need those. It does come with a few different brackets. I don't know which ones I'm gonna end up needing yet. So this is the rail, or the piece that goes to the drip rail. This is the piece it comes with. This is supposed to bolt here, and then this would be a bar across the roof, and that'll connect each side together, but we don't need to do that. If I have to cut this, I'll cut this. We've got the hardware for this. It's supposed to go this way, but my other thought was cut this up here because I don't need that top part, and then bolt that to there, and then bolt the awning to these. So I guess I gotta see first if these will even line up where I need them to line up. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily line up too good with these holes. So I think my best bet might be drilling these out a little bit wider. I think that's the move here. My biggest complaint on this canopy is I thought this was removable, this V-Vor. It's not, it's on the thing and it looks horrible. So what I'm gonna do real quick is cut a little piece of vinyl and see if I can just stick vinyl on top of this, like satin black. Much better. Good enough. All right, so she is on there. I'm a little nervous about, I mean, it's solid. I'm just nervous about driving with this. It doesn't look too bad either. I think I might end up putting the other two on this side and then do a bar across the middle just to make that a little more solid. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, but that's why I left these up here in case I wanted to attach something. But I mean, for now, just sitting here, it's fine. It's not going anywhere. But I think I would feel a little more safe with this just tightened up in the middle there. So here's the basic idea. So this will go to the driver's side. This one will be passenger side. I'll go get a bar, like metal stock, that'll bolt from here all the way across the roof, bolt to that one. And then from there, all the way across the roof, bolt to that one. And it'll be thin stock, so you won't really necessarily see it on the roof. It wouldn't like hold weight up, but it'll just make these solid points in between. It'll pull them tighter. And then the awning will bolt to these brackets off the side. All right, so we've got all 4 rails bolted up. I measured straight across. This one almost touches the roof. I measured straight across and got some of this flat bar, 1/8 thickness, 48 inches should be good. I got some holes marked out, so I'm gonna drill these and try to bolt these up, see if that helps with the brackets. I'll probably put some deadening underneath so it doesn't vibrate on the roof, and then I'll probably eventually end up painting these. I want to make sure it's solid before I go ahead and spend the time to paint them, so we'll try this out first. So we got one bracket. So it is gonna end up, I think when I bolt this up, it'll end up kind of naturally curving itself, but I really just need structure back and forth. I don't need this to hold anything. So we got the bar across the middle, which you can't even really tell. I mean, it's a little bit Mickey Mouse, but it works on either side. Not bad for like, this was about 130 bucks. The rail pieces were like 45 bucks, and then it cost me like, I don't know, 30 bucks for that. So not bad for a little roof rack for less than 200 bucks. Pretty good. I'm gonna open it up and see what it looks like. All right, so you open this up here. Yeah, it feels way more solid than my first attempt. All right, my phone fell, but not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm kind of in the middle of the street, so I gotta be quick. I didn't realize I got the super, super long one. This goes 8 feet out, but that'll be plenty of space for when we do go camping, if there's like a picnic table, and then we have the rollout mat for under here. So that is not bad. I would say for the price, you really can't beat this. Pretty good for the price, I would say. So, all right, so picking back up, you just saw the awning install. Probably gonna do this in the same video as that awning, obviously, if you're seeing this now, but we are continuing on the framing. So I got a little bit of late night work done, and before where I left off, we didn't have any of this middle framing, and then I wasn't sure how I was gonna do the drawer setup, but figured it out. So we got the drawer slides in, those front ones there, the long ones here, And then we ended up framing this out here. So this will be our long drawer. This will be a cabinet. And then up front, this will be another drawer here. So this will go all the way over there. This also leads me to consider removing this other middle seat. I'm super torn if I want to or not. So what I think I'm gonna do tonight is get the top board cut. I have to screw the sliders in. Top board cut, placed, possibly, not this box. This box is the mattress, possibly lay the mattress out and cut that, and then decide if I want to remove this seat. I feel like I'll just have so much more space. I'll be able to put a nice rug here. We still need to bring like some sort of cooler. I think all signs are leading to me removing this middle seat, unfortunately, because I don't know. I love having the swivel, especially for while we're, you know, driving and stuff like that. Just having the swivel will be cool. And then if I do remove it, obviously having passengers is a little difficult, other than just sitting on the bed and not buckling in. But I think I'm leaning towards taking the seat out. So we're gonna finish up or continue on cutting these boards out. I'm gonna have to do these. It's too long this way, so I'm gonna have to do these, and it's gonna be one piece here, one piece there, and then actually under here, we're gonna do an access panel, and this is where all my electrical will go. So my second battery, my charger, my fuse box, stuff like that. So maybe I'll get a board cut to slide into there. We'll see. We'll see how far we get tonight. It's Friday, so I don't wanna work on this too long, but this section of it will probably end up ending this video out. I am still waiting on the AC compressor. Yeah, let's get this cut and see where we end up tonight. All right, 2 boards cut, as close as I could get on the sides. I will, like I said, I'll have to do something up here because this sticks out, but I'll add a nice curve to that. And then that one sits flat up against the wall, which is perfect. So now I just need a strip here. This will get split somewhere around here. We got that in. The tolerances are gonna be pretty tight. I do have to upholster this still, so I think this has enough play to where it should be able to squeeze in there. I'd rather it be tight than, you know, wanting to move around. So there's that. I'm gonna screw this middle one in so I at least have a good middle baseline, and then I'll mark out where I want to cut that out, and then I might throw the foam bed on top because that'll kind of determine if I do want to pull out the seat there, depending like how my feet hang off. So let's do that. Okay, I've got that cut. I'm not sure how I want to put a hinge on this. I can't decide yet. Not gonna lie, it kind of opens as is. With the carpet, it'll be tight, but that's not bad. Yeah, that's perfect. So I won't even bother shaving that down. Super hyped on that. The drawer is gonna be a little smaller than I expected, but it's a deep drawer, so I'll have plenty of space there. And then we measured out for the grill here. I do have to end up making let me just show you real quick. This will slide in here. And then it actually ends up going all the way in. The only thing is I have to do a custom handle on the front because the handle that it came with swung a little too far for these studs. And then this will have a cabinet face here that this will swing open so you can access all that stuff. And I still have some more space underneath for some blankets or whatever the case may be. And then that drawer. So this whole face will be covered. I got cool little like leather handles for all that stuff. So that is actually perfect. And then I'll probably either do a door or leave these open because they fit perfect for like, you know, things like extra oil. And then this side, it's got, you know, like the straps and stuff for the awning. Or I could do blankets on the side or whatever. All right, last and final piece of this video, episode 2, is gonna be, I wanna try to open up this mattress. Cool. It's not bad. Ah! God damn it, my head. So with the bed being basically, well, it's not done, but rough idea. That is gonna end out this video. Pretty productive video, I would say, with the awning. This huge step out of the way. I'd like to get this thing going within the next probably a few weeks to get out there. Yeah, this is awesome. Huge steps. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, let me know opinions, ideas, whatever you have for this this build. I would love to hear them down below, or any questions or anything about the products that I've bought, or we have a ton more stuff in boxes inside that will be going in. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. Subscribe, like, comment, and we will we'll see you in the next one. Peace.